Do men put women in categories from what they see on Facebook? The answer to that question is absolutely. As a matter of fact, what really happens is Facebook disqualifies you from certain categories. And it actually was what you do on social media. So it's all of it. It's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, stuff that I don't even know about. I mean, I probably missed a couple. World Star Hip Hop, whatever you decide to put. If you put a fight on World Star Hip Hop, that's going to affect how people see you. Now, the problem with social media is that you don't get the instant feedback that you do from a conversation in real life. So it's kind of like you operate in a bubble. Here's what I mean. You put a twerk video on Instagram, or you put a twerk video on World Star Hip Hop or YouTube or something. All you're going to get back is feedback from people who either really, really liked it or really, really hated it, or people who want to get attention from you or something like that. What you're not going to get is facial expressions, looks, people who are instantly saying something in the moment that wouldn't post those things on the internet. So you do a twerk video and you hear, oh my, you got a fat ass. I want to wife you. I want to be with you. People putting stuff in your inbox. You the best. You the dog. Oh shit, I love you, girl. Oh my gosh, you so sexy. Yeah, yeah. You getting all this stuff from these dudes that are really super thirsty, and you might sit here and think, okay, well, dang, this was probably the move. But what you don't get is the feedback from people who aren't going to say anything, who are kind of like, oh man, I thought she was different than that. But she's kind of a chick that makes twerk videos and puts them on the internet. I don't have anything against twerk videos, personally. I say keep making them. But what I'm saying is, people probably not going to want to wife you based on that. You know, so it kind of eliminates you from certain categories. So more so than it puts you in a category, it eliminates a lot of categories. It's hard to really get put in a category from what you do on Facebook, what you do on Twitter, or what you do on Instagram or YouTube or any of that. What is easier to do is to be disqualified from certain categories. Some of y'all put up a lot of stuff about a real man does this. These men are little boys and stuff like that. You guys put up a lot of angry woman literature. And because it's angry woman literature, it goes unchecked. Nobody really says anything back to you because they don't want a bunch of chicks jumping on them. But what they do is disqualify you. They thinking in their mind, man, this chick is angry. She must have been with some dudes in the past that really pissed her off. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with an angry chick. So I'm going to disqualify you, and if I ever talk to you, it'll probably be one night stand or maybe a friend with benefits. Because that way, if you get mad, I don't really care because we're not even together. So you got to understand that a lot of things you put up that may go unchecked, but nobody necessarily gives you a contradictory opinion. No one gets upset with you. No one says anything back. Even though that doesn't happen, it doesn't mean that they're not disqualifying you from girlfriend or wife or one of those type of categories. A lot of times you're silently being disqualified. And the sad part about it, here's the thing about social media. And this is one of the worst parts about social media. Normally when you're doing something in life, you're doing something for the people who are there, in the room, present at that particular time. Like if I make a statement to somebody, I may be making this statement to somebody just is right next to me. This is the only person I'm talking to, and this is only applies to this particular time in my life. Unfortunately, with social media, you make a video that may be for a few of your friends to see, but in actuality, they start sharing it, they like it, they comment on it, and people who are on their page see it and know about it. And then people on that person's page, because they decided to comment on it, they see it. That person decided to share it. Now it's just going back, you know, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So that makes people who you don't even know start judging you. You meet a dude in a club and he's judging you off a twerk video that you made on YouTube a year ago. And you have no idea that this dude even knows about that twerk video. That's what I'm talking about when I'm saying you have to be very careful about what you put out there on social media, because it's not existing in that one small moment. You decided, I'm pissed off at my ex, so I'm going to write something that's basically downing him, downing dudes in general, and making him think that I'm about to go out here and smash some other guy. So you type that mess up. I'm going to get him. I'm going to show this nigga. Yeah, and I'm smashing this dude, and I got this dude, and I'm about to... And then you send that out. He comments on it. Somebody else comments on it. Somebody else likes it. Blah, 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 blah. And some dude that you actually would have been interested in maybe a week or two, a month or two, or even a year or two down the line, he reads this crap. And he's looking at you like, you're somebody who I wouldn't even want to talk to now. Now, I know what a lot of you guys are saying. I already know.
So what? I do what I want to do, and I'm not worried about nobody else. I don't care what other people think about me.
I already know that. There's something, a lot of you are saying that because that's the society we live in now. The I don't care what anyone else thinks society. But we also live in the I got my lip stuck out society.
I don't care what nobody think about me.
Why can't I find nobody? It ain't right to know nobody loves me. I don't understand.
Yo, dog, I'm going to do what I feel like I need to do. Okay? I'm going to dress the way I want to dress. I don't understand why I got to conform to the society that tell me to dress this way. You know what I'm saying? I dress how I want to dress. I do what I feel like I want to do. If I want to talk like this, I'm going to talk like this. Don't matter. When you come into a situation, you say, I don't care how people look at me. I don't care how people see me. Well, then you get people who don't care how you look and don't care how you talk, don't care how you act, don't care how you carry yourself. That's the people you get. So you're not going to go to somewhere and be like, I want to be the vice president of this corporation, because they're going to care how you look. They're going to care how you talk. They're going to care how you conduct yourself. But when you want to go cook them fries, they may not care that you got a do-rag on. They might not be tripping. They're like, okay, well, wear the do-rag. It's cool. We don't care. We got people here that just got out of jail. Do your thing. So when you're on Instagram, when you're on Facebook, when you're on Twitter, you're like, I'm going to put what I want to up on Twitter. I'm going to put what I want to up on Facebook. I don't care. If these dudes can't handle it, that's their problem. They can't handle a strong woman like me. Well, you have to understand the fact that that's cool. But don't have your lip stuck out when you only attract the lowest common denominator. When you only attract people who don't care about anything. Don't get mad. You have to accept that. You have to understand when you put things out there, people are going to think something about you. Because you're the one telling them. It ain't like somebody else is posting this stuff up here. You're like, I don't see why if I make a twerk video, they think all I do is sit at home and twerk. I don't just sit at home and twerk. You know what I'm saying? I do other stuff with my life. I do a bunch of stuff with my life. Well, you didn't film yourself reading a book. You filmed yourself twerking. You was the one who pulled your pants down, everybody saw your thong. That was you. That wasn't your friend. That wasn't your twin sister over here pulling her pants down so everybody saw her thong. That was you. There's no reason for us not to believe that that's what you do with your day when that's what you post. You're like, why do these people think I'm so angry all the time? I'm a nice person. I got a lot of good things going for me. I'm not angry. Well, if you don't want people to think you're angry, stop posting angry stuff. Post things that make you seem nice. I'm like, all these men are little boys, and I don't want to be with nobody who's a little boy, and a real man would do this, and a real man would do that. Okay, that's cool that you believe that, fine. But you understand, when you post that stuff, a lot of guys who would probably like you go, you know what, I don't really want to be with somebody that's that bitter and that angry. I don't want somebody telling me how to be a man. I know what to do as a man. I'm a grown-ass man. People who actually are the type of guys you probably want will be offended by that. That's the problem a lot of women don't realize. You know, you put stuff out there and you don't realize that it's attracting the wrong element. So people are definitely disqualifying you. Of course, this doesn't apply to the lowest common denominator. Of course they're not disqualifying you because they're worthless. They have no value. A dude with no value is not going to get mad when you say, a real man would do this, a real man would do that. It's not going to bother him because he doesn't really see himself as anything. He's cool with doing whatever you tell him to do. to be what you want him to be. He doesn't stand for anything. So it doesn't insult him when someone else tries to tell him who to be and how to be. Because he doesn't really have any morals or principles that he stands on anyway. But don't get mad when you attract that type of person when that's how you come at the world. So what I'm saying is, when you're on social media, the first thing you want to do before you post anything is say, is this how I want to be viewed? Is this how I'm going to want to be viewed 6 months from now? A year or two from now? Am I the type of person that's in a new relationship every week? If you're doing that, take a break. Wait a month or two. Wait a year maybe. If that's the problem that you keep having, like where you post a relationship, you get a new relationship. Oh, me and my boo, we loving each other, we together, and then 2 weeks later y'all break up. You got another one. Okay, I got a new boo, we love each other. This is gonna last forever. And then you do it again. That's making you look bad to everybody around you. Yes, your friends may be giving you thumbs up on your new boo, but there's a bunch of people who are not commenting on that, who are going, man, this chick is a hoe every time I turn around. So then you try to get with another guy, and you don't even know he's been seeing that. And he's not taking you seriously, and you wonder why. You're like, dang, I came out that situation trying to be with somebody. Why is he not taking me seriously? That's why. So put yourself in a situation where, because I'm assuming most people want to be in that girlfriend, wife category. Most people do. Because if you just want to be in the one-night stand category, friend with benefits, you don't need my help. Just keep doing whatever you're doing, or because guys will have sex with pretty much anybody. So just don't post that you have STDs or something like that, and you're good. Don't do you don't need any advice from me for that. But if you want to get to those other categories, try not to do things that disqualify you immediately. And the things that disqualify you is posting stuff that make you look angry, that makes you look like a hoe, that makes you look like you're a person with loose morals. Don't put things together. I'm not saying you can't do a twerk video. If you can figure out a way to do it that doesn't really make you look bad, I'm not saying you can't do provocative pictures and stuff like that, because you really can. But you just have to make sure that when you do something, a provocative picture, do it in a way that makes it like, this is a small part of my life. Here's what I'm not. Here's what else I'm doing. You know, this is it. Don't make it butt pic, butt pic, butt pic, butt pic, butt pic. Picture me hold my baby. Butt pic, butt pic, butt pic, butt pic, butt pic, butt pic. You know, dang, I got tongue tied. But don't make it like that, okay? So try to make sure that in your pictures, in the things that you do, that you're making it to where you look like a person who's trying to find somebody for real, and that you're about something. Because most of you, a lot of you, are about something. And sometimes you're not putting that forward when you're on social media. You looking bitter, you looking loose, and you're looking like you really ain't about anything. And a lot of times that's really not you. And those things are disqualifying you. So I want to help you by letting you know you don't really have to do that. Try to put forth the 360 degrees of yourself.